Hi, everyone. My name is Kim Peterson, and I am the founder of Uniquely Savvy Inc. and the creator of Move from Fear to Freedom and Create a Life You Truly Love in 2022 and beyond. Now, this is a 6-week group coaching program for women who are right now feeling the pain and the angst of overwhelm, maybe some self-doubt, some frustration, uncertainty in a season of transition, but where they want to move to is a place of clarity, a place of inner peace, a place of more confidence, freedom, and joy. This 6-week group coaching program will consist of like-minded women who are hungry and eager to bring their best selves forward, to learn new skills, to gain new insights and learn from each other, as well as glean from a whole plethora of resources to help them get from where they are to where they want to be in 2022. Now, I will be coaching the entire 6 weeks with a variety of topics from vision, values, and goal setting to how to overcome imposter syndrome to mindset mastery, as well as how to cultivate healthy relationships with yourself, with your others, and with your colleagues at work. But today I am super excited to introduce to you a dear friend, a colleague, someone I consider a mentor, Dr. Jeanette Winters. Thank you so much for coming today, Dr. Jeanette.
Oh, Kim, it is such a joy to be with you today. And we always have such rip-rousing conversations. I just can't wait.
We sure do. Now, that said, Jeanette is going to be one of my 7 guest experts. And in her bonus session, she's going to be talking about the value of taking assessments and why you want to know about those and how you can use them to elevate and optimize your success. Let me tell you a little bit about Jeanette. Jeanette Winters is a human capital, change management, and organizational development executive known for aligning people, strategy, and opportunity. She has a doctorate in public policy and is a certified executive coach by the Hudson Institute, certified American Confidence Coach, EQ for Women practitioner, and a certified talent optimization consultant. She also holds a certificate in neuroscience and leadership from the Neuro Leadership Institute and is certified in the NeuroLink suite of tools. Welcome, Jeanette.
Well, it's so good to be with you, Kim, and happy almost New Year.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And you as well. Listen, I just have a couple of quick questions for you today. And one is, can you tell us what the value of taking assessments is when it comes to optimizing your performance, increasing your self-confidence, your leadership, and even talent development?
Well, I think the thing to start off with is that assessments are everywhere. If you Google behavioral assessments, and that's the space that I work in, is you'll get 234 million hits. And that occurs in less than 2/3 of a second. So think about that. It is a widely researched topic, widely written about topic, and it seems to be the tool du jour. People are using all sorts of assessments all the time. I really believe that with the right tools that have been scientifically validated, you can learn a great deal about you, the world experiences when they interact with you. So there was an organizational psychologist, Fenton, and he defines assessments as a collection of relevant information that can be relied upon for making decisions. And so let's think about an assessment as a vehicle to advance whatever our journey is that we're on. Assessments may enable you to reinforce opinions about yourself, enlighten you about how other people see you, or even contradict beliefs that you have about how you present yourself to the world. The feedback is also a rich array of language that can really be helpful when you're introducing yourself or even describing your story. So as a coach, I use assessments as a way of getting into high gear, fast forward, getting to the essence of someone in a balanced manner. It means basically getting to know my client, and it's a way for the client to come to know themselves. So, the next question, it's not only what's the value of taking assessment, self-knowledge, awareness, critical skill identification, strengths, weaknesses, all of those things. But then you have to say, well, which assessment is best? And as you know, over the course of my career as an executive coach and organizational development specialist, I've used 35 different instruments.
That's amazing.
Well, there's so many out there. And so you have to understand why you're taking the assessment. I believe that the behavioral assessment is the instrumentation of choice because it tells us how our behaviors are interpreted and received. And I frankly think that's the best mechanism, right? So it does, however, need to be validated and ensured reliability. Now, there are technical scientific terms, and we're not here to geek out on it, but what does it mean to the person that's saying, should I take an assessment? Well, it means that it is without bias or controlled bias relative to gender, to race, to language, to culture. And so the instrumentation that I favor has been used in 60 plus countries, is available in 50 plus languages, and has been equally validated and ensured reliability for both men and women. And that is something that I think is very important. There are tools out there that are fun, they're fancy, they're sexy. And the truth of it is they aren't scientifically validated. And we really want to stay away from those because we can't trust the results.
So good. So good. Now, I know that when you work with Fortune 500 companies and individuals alike, as you mentioned, you may select from 35 different assessment tools. But tell me more about one that you do use. It's called Neuralink. Tell me more about that.
Well, it's important to look at what the purpose of Neuralink was designed to do. And Neuralink looks at your brain construct. And so lots of us have heard about being right-brained and creative, or left-brained and analytical, or engineering, or in other scientific modes, almost two oppositional views of the brain. Well, what we know is that there are 4 quadrants in the brain, but there is a deep middle that creativity and analytical don't necessarily interact unless we obligate them to. And the Neuralink tools looks at how your brain is composed so that you can use exercises or both verbal and physical, and really sitting at your desk to ensure that you're activating the best of all 4 quadrants of your brain, crossing that midline. And the thing I think is so wonderful to remember that the early research that was done on the Neuralink tools was done to help ensure safety and well-being in professions and in operations that can be potentially dangerous. So we're looking at using tools that really advance people's knowledge about themselves and ensure well-being, safety. And that's why I am so fond of the Neuralink work that has been done. It makes the workplace a safer place.
Mm-hmm. It sure does. And I did look, and I saw that there was one specifically for emotional intelligence, and there was another one that was pretty thorough as well. And I thought, this is brilliant. And what I really love about it is integrating the whole brain, like you said. And that's really what this whole 6-week coaching program is about, is integrating the whole self, mind, body, and soul, equipping women, right? Professionally, socially, and personally, we're equipping them with brain science, with gut health, with mental health, and with tools to help them be successful every day, whether in the workplace or beyond. So tell me, what can these participants expect to learn from you in January?
Oh, we have some juicy stuff to share in January. We're going to cover in greater detail what assessments can offer, what the results mean, and how do you deal with the outcome or the results. Don't take assessments unless you know what you plan to do with them. And that's one of the questions that we'll ask and answer. Consider the triangulation between a values assessment, another commercially available assessment, and then your own personal objectives. Because that's the way that I begin my coaching experience to help fast forward and really get my coaching clients focused and moving forward towards their objectives, get them on their journey. You know, people ask me all the time, well, you know, could you use other tools? And what about 360 interviews? All of that takes a lot of time. And what none of us have is an excess amount of time right now. And so by using assessments, that's why get going fast. And that's what we're going to talk about. And then finally, how do you use the outcome of these results to stand out amongst the crowd, to create your own story, to craft a development plan, if that's what you're interested in, as well as introduce yourself, maybe to possible employers during an interview, maybe introduce yourself to your new neighbors, your new colleagues, or even introduce yourself to you. Yes. And that is going to be the greatest purpose of the assessment. And we're going to define ourselves for ourselves in spite of how others may frame us. So that's what we're going to talk about in January. And I'm really excited about the time we'll spend together.
Oh my goodness, I'm really excited too. And ladies and gentlemen who are watching, you now know why it is such a deep honor to have Dr. Jeanette Winters a part of our program coming up in January. Listen, if this sounds like something that you are interested in learning more about, if you're ready to move from fear and stuck and the angst of where you might be today into more levels of freedom and joy, confidence and clarity, so that you can move faster towards your objectives, like Jeanette said, then I invite you to check out what the 6-week group coaching program has to offer you in the link below. And if you have questions, please reach out. I want to invite you to a complimentary clarity call where we'll figure out if this is a good next step for you. Again, my name is Kim Peterson of Uniquely Savvy, championing your confident breakthroughs on the inside and out. And we look forward to seeing you in January. Thanks so much, Jeanette. Bye for now.
You're most welcome. Bye.